Hey, what is going on, guys? This is DK, back at you with another video here to break down the four-game Summer League slate on Wednesday. Hope you guys had a good day today. The last game's just locked, so figured might as well get a video up before this one for tomorrow. But a pretty stressful one for sure. There's a lot of potential rust spots. A few guys did get shut down. Hunter Tyson rested for Denver. I was worried about Memphis. The Wizards guys did rest. And we'll have some more of that tomorrow too. And for the rest of the Summer League, you always gotta be worried about that if you don't get starting lineups before lock. So let's start off here. Before quickly we get into the breakdown, if you guys are looking for more content, so every single piece of news possible on Twitter, I'm on Twitter 24/7. Starting lineups, if you get them before lock, all posted. Early slate breakdown, main slate breakdown, live stream before lock, player poll, Discord access to ask me questions 24/7. Link down below if you guys are interested in that. It's been a really good Summer League so far, and hope to continue it. We got another, 5 days, I think. It ends Sunday. So, yeah, still a lot of time here. All right, we'll start off for Orlando, who did rest their top three guys here in De Silva, in Richardson, and in Penda. I think with it being a back-to-back, and they said it was just rest, that I think they will be back. That being De Silva, Richardson, and Penda. The other two starters that did play, Ethan Thompson, and then Kelly had started the previous two games, and he came off the bench this game. Maybe there's a chance one of those guys could sit tomorrow. So looking at the top end, assuming De Silva plays 8,100, he is the guy with the high ceiling on this team. In the two games that he's played 28 minutes, so he looks good there. Penda's also played very well, 26 and 30 minutes in the two games that he has played so far. 5,400 only is a pretty solid price point. Richardson, 5,300, 22 and 25 minutes, another reasonable option there. If they are done for the Summer League and they're going to run like a similar lineup to tonight, then, we can look to like Scala BCA, who started to play 20 minutes. He's a pretty good point per minute player. Honestly, kind of underperformed today. You had Alondas Williams get a start. He's a pretty solid point per minute player. Again, he also underperformed, shot 2 of 10. Wendell Moore and Crusher were the other starters. Moore played 28 minutes. And then Crusher down here at 4,400. He picked up a start. So there could be some more value if those guys sit again. Davis is the Flatman price, John L. Davis, rookie. So he's another guy that could benefit if they end up sitting those guys again. All right, let's talk about Brooklyn. So Brooklyn played today, and they sat Tosan and Danny Wolf and Demon, I believe, and ETN as well. So there were, and I want to hold on. Let me bring up. I'm actually curious if, let's see, what exactly the news was there for the Nets. So, Igor, Demon, and Danny Wolf will not play to rest. No injuries. Tosan and Tyson. So Tosan dealing with a hip contusion, Tyson out with an illness. Those two were actually illnesses there. Those two were actually injuries. So I think with it being on the second night of a back-to-back, that like Drew Timmy's possibly a guy that could rest. The other guys that did play, so you had Sarif played 30 minutes today. He's a possible guy that could rest. Again, Timmy played 31 minutes. So I think those two would be the guys most at risk. So again, kind of tough team to talk about with not knowing exactly who is going to be in there. But I assume Danny Wolf, again, will be back since it was only rest. He's 5K. I think he looks a really good value play there. Struggled in game one, but game two, stuffed the stat sheet, and that's kind of what he can do. He's like a 7 foot guy that can bring the ball up. He looks pretty good. Let's see, what else? Demon was the other guy that rested. He should be back, so 4,800 is a pretty solid value there. Again, these two would also benefit if Drew Timme sits. So, that's basically it for the Nets. But definitely keep an eye on the news. I think Timme, there's a chance he could get shut down. But Timme's been great in the games that he's played. Dallas. So we know that Cooper Flagg is done. We saw them play yesterday. They got destroyed by the Hornets. This team is not great without Cooper Flagg. This rotation could go a lot of different ways. So they played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They played 13 guys. Not ideal. Starters were Nembhard, Kelly, Cross, Lewis, and Sharp. Once again, the minutes on Sharp have not been great. Lewis, for some reason, too, has not really been playing a ton. Only played 15 minutes last game, 14 and 20 the previous 2 games. Kelly and Nembhard would be the guys I feel the best about minutes-wise, assuming they both play. Nembhard at 20 or at 7,800, a guy that can kind of stuff the stat sheet, right? Great passer. And then Kelly here at 5,500 has started all 3 games. So those 2 I feel the best about, just like minutes-wise. The rest of this rotation, I have no idea, man. I mean, Hall was someone I thought could have started for Nembhard or for a Flag, but they went a different direction. Yeah, this is a mess of rotation. Don't have a ton of confidence in Dallas here. Moving on to Philly. So we just saw Philly play against Washington. I took the spread early in the day, and that worked out in a big way. Washington did end up sitting the guys, main guys. My hunch was correct. But yeah, they started Bona, Edwards, Broom, Edgecombe, and Mintz. And they played the starters a lot. 28 minutes for Bona, 32 for Edwards, 29 for Broom, 30 for Edgecombe, 25 for Mintz. On a back-to-back, this is definitely a spot where you could see most, if not all, those guys sit. And also Dominic Barlow done for the Summer League as well. We got that news before lock. Originally, he was in my lineup, so I got him out of there. So, yeah, Philadelphia. If all the guys play, then like Edgecombe 5,100 is the guy I like the best. I think him and Mintz point per dollar, 5,500 for Mintz, 5,100 for Edgecombe will look really, really good. And then the rest of the team. Oh, Broom also started too. He's 5,300. So I think those 3 look the best point per dollar. If all these guys sit, then we could look to like Hood Schifino and Aluma and Salas. So. Yeah, we'll keep an eye on that news. New Orleans and Oklahoma City. New Orleans is playing today. So they ran Misi, Queen, Fears. Peavy was back, injured his ankle, and then Reeves as their starters. So this is definitely a spot where they could rest guys as well, depending on how much the starters play. I'll definitely keep an eye on that. But assuming everyone is in, I think, again, the 2 rookies, Queen and Fears, look the best. And then PV, again, 5K is a reasonable price point as well. Fears has really not shot the ball well in the Summer League, but usage has been there. And Queen has been solid, really good rebounder, good point per minute player. So, yeah, those guys look good if they all play. I think Misi probably the most at risk for sitting. If like a few of these guys sit, then we could maybe look to Lester at 7,400. We could look to like for example, if like Misi sits, maybe like Hunter Dickinson could be a play. Move on to Oklahoma City. Another team I think could definitely sit guys on the second night of a back-to-back. So they played today. They ran relatively normal starting lineup. You did see Carlson back, and he played 19 minutes. He smashed in that time. So it was Mitchell, Topic, Barnheiser, Carlson, and Austin that started. Austin surprisingly getting a start. Yeah, if everyone's in, I think the top 3 guys would be the preferred options, right? Mitchell's the guy at the high ceiling. I think Topic, 6,200, and Carlson would be really good point per hour plays if they both play. Carlson went for 23 and 7 today. So those 3 be the preferred options. If some of these guys sit, then, we could maybe look to like Youngblood. We could look to Gortman. Leons is a guy that I think could play a lot more if some of these guys sit. So another team that you could definitely see some guys rest / get shut down. Finally, Washington, Utah. So Washington, my guess is second out of a back-to-back that I just don't think you're going to see any more of Sarr, George, and Carrington. I think there's a chance that the rookies could come back and play. Other Johnson. Trey Johnson and Riley, I think they could play. But my guess is that you just won't see Sarr, George, and Carrington anymore in the Summer League. And actually, let me read the quote again, because I know, were they confirmed done for the Summer League? Let me look back at that again. Yeah. Okay, most likely will not see action. Okay, so I don't know if they officially ruled them out for the rest of the Summer League. But, yeah, so with everyone out tonight, they started Robbins, Black, A.J. Johnson, Dylan Jones, and Watkins. Watkins had 20 steals, and I'm not even over 8 steals and 3 blocks for the rookie Jameer Watkins. A.J. Johnson started really slow, but picked it up, did get 20 shot attempts up. Dylan Jones surprisingly only played 20 minutes. I would have thought he would have played more. And then you saw Robbins get the start at the 5, played 23 minutes with Sal's. Those would be the main 4 guys if everyone sits again that I would look to. But I think there's a chance that Trey Johnson could be back and Riley could be back. Now, if like Sarr, George, and Carrington play too, then yeah, like my main interest would be those top 3 guys. Then Sarr, George, Carrington, and some interest in Trey Johnson if everyone's back. And just because the Wizards, they've been running a pretty tight rotation for the first 2 games that those guys played. Finally, Utah, another team where there's some question marks. Right, starters have been playing here. Filipowski, Collier, Williams. Sensabaugh is not playing in the Summer League. Walter Clayton has missed the last couple games. And then Ace Bailey has been out for a bit, but he's been close to returning. E.J. Harkless did return and started. Had a solid game last game, so they started. It was a crazy game, went to overtime. I had Jazz like plus 4.5, I think it was. It was a sweat. They were up like 20 in the third. I was like, oh, this is easy. And then Spurs went on a massive run, Jones Garcia, and like the Jazz were down by 10 in the fourth. Like, what is going on? So yeah, they started Filipowski, Collier, Williams, Harkless, and Tonji. I think that's pronounced his name. I could be botching that. Yeah. So he got the start there. If Bailey and or Clayton return, then you could see Tonji move to the bench. You could see Harkless move to the bench. There's a chance that like Filipowski or Collier and or Williams could get shut down too. So yeah, a lot of moving pieces here. Assuming the main guys are in again, then yeah, I think Filipowski has the highest floor plus ceiling. Collier and Williams would still be playable. If Clayton and Bailey both return, I would have interest, but I would keep an eye on the news to see if they're on any sort of a limit. Ace Bailey's been out for a while. Clayton's missed the last couple of games. If both those guys are out and Harkless starts again, I like Harkless. Again, if Tonji starts again at 4,400, I think he's a decent option. So, yeah, that is basically it for Utah. But that's Summer League DFS for you guys. It's going to be a lot of guys getting ruled out, shut down, rested, and hopefully we do get that news before lock. But yeah, that'll wrap it up the video. As always, if you do enjoy, just make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And we'll see you all in the next video.